tape directly on that letter. You should have wrapped a piece of paper towel around and then taped it. Because now you're going to have a hard time getting that tape off that plastic when it's still up. Okay, I'm back. Hi Mary, hi Robert, hi Deborah, hi Laura, hi Cynthia, hi Debbie. Yep, all done. All done. For another week. At least I won't have to do all this when I come home from work. It's all done. So I'm just gonna work. Oh geez, I forgot my glasses. Hang on. Need to turn my... And I changed my craft room around a little bit. I got rid of that big tall metal stand and put everything away in my white cupboard because I don't want dust on any of my fabrics or the virus. So everything is put away. Harder to get at, but I have more room over here now because my white cabinets moved down. My wall hanging I made is hanging on the wall now. It's not hanging on my cabinet. See if I could show you what I did. See? Whoops. See? Nope. There's the cabinet. So I moved everything over, hung everything there, put my rolly cart that I keep everything on in there. So we're good now. Did I make you guys sick? There. I really want to get this done because of having to quilt each one of these individually is going to be of time is going to be of the essence for it. So let's just carry on. Oh, Debbie, girl, you need to go outside and get some sunshine. 10 minutes is all you need to get some vitamin D into your body. You need to go outside. You don't have to stay condemned inside your house. You are allowed to go out. You're just not allowed to travel places. That's the only thing. So you can go outside. You can still go outside. Oh, I really mucked up this camera now. There we go. Yeah. Where's my little things? Hey, Martha. Hi, Rachel. So, I hope Karen didn't expose herself by going to church. I got a feeling she did. I realize she's a real gift of God, but her health comes first. Okay. Yeah. So what's everyone else doing? So now in our province, they have passed a new bill, actually a new law. You can't have more than 5 people in a gathering. So, not sure what we're going to do for Easter. But I was telling the kids we could FaceTime and have dinner. It's about all we can do. Well, we can't have any more than 5 in a crowd at one time here now. And now they said it's the law. So you can't break the law. And the fines are super hefty, especially businesses. Woof. And jail time. So hopefully that helps these little bratty kids, teenagers, stay the hell home. And not getting into groups of parties with their buddies. Because they think they're invincible. Our premier said he had enough. And I guess he was watching all the crap going on social media that these kids are posting. Hey, I'm at my friends, we're having a party. I'm pretty sure he's had enough. Oh, you're going to make the pineapple blocks, Robert? You're going to hate it. You're going to get bored. So you're going to have to kind of, you know, do a little bit, put it away so you don't get too frustrated. And then when you feel like it, you pick it back up. But it is very monotonous. For me, it was anyways. And that could only be because I lack patience. That's probably my problem. I just lack patience. Oh, shit. Oh, well, that's okay. Yep. I was working on my beading last night. Still trying to get things made. Everything I make doesn't work out. It's starting to irritate me. Hi, Amy. Jeez. Our churches are closed here. They have to. It's the law. They don't, like, it's not like Karen's Baptist Church. They can stay open. Our churches here cannot stay open. Not even the Baptist churches. Nothing. Plus they have online masses and gatherings and worships. Why don't people just do that until it's safe to mingle with crowds again? That's what I would do. The only thing I have left to do is laundry. I haven't started that yet. But I'll do that when I'm relaxed for a little bit. I got one of those upside down. Well, your keyboard is shot, Robert. Is that everyone ever short? Jeez Louise. Oh, that is way too short. So I'm going to have to stretch it the best way I can. Oh my God, August. Holy cow. Yeah. Oh, very good. I don't even think this one matters which way I put it. Let's have a drink of coffee. Hi, Kathy. Karen. Maybe I can call people now because I wanted to make sure you didn't go to church. You're going to have to do your church online. So you stay safe. I don't need to worry about you. Where are you? Okay. Too many cleaning chemicals. Nope, this was.
Hi, Red.
Hi.
Hey, how is everybody?
Hi, Karen. Hi, Kathy.
Doing good. And Red, they have all the churches closed down to like April 8th. They have been.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Amen.
Yeah.
I was really paranoid that you went to church. Would you stop giving me heart attacks?
That's not me. Mine's turned off. Mine's not on. Mine's on mute. My screen's on mute.
I don't hear anything now, do you?
I don't hear it.
Yeah. Right now.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Must be like echoing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can always pray at home.
Yep.
A
Or
lot
you
of
can go
churches
to,
have their online
I
thing.
think they're having online church masses and stuff, so that's awesome for people.
They are, and we have two here, local ones. But I couldn't find the one this morning, and people in my thread was asking for them, so I went ahead and posted them as soon as they went live.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good, good.
Well, we've always had mass on the air. That's been going on a long time.
Yeah, on TV.
Yeah, my mother-in-law
Yeah,
does
but for
that
me
when she
that's
can't get
not
out.
for me that's not a mass. Because
Yeah, but it's good
Catholics
for the
masses are
elderly.
totally, yeah. Those ones that are on TV, aren't those like Mormons or something? It's not the same. Like,
No,
No, there's a Catholic mass on the air. An actual
yeah,
Catholic mass.
and
there
who's
is?
that big one that just died? He
Uh,
he was Baptist.
Who is that?
who?
Oh my
Oh my
God, there
God.
was so many of them. I don't remember any of their names.
No, he was big. He's a huge one.
There's
Wasn't Billy
100
Graham, was
Huntley
it?
Street.
Yeah, Bill Graham. That's who.
Was it? Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
Billy
my people
Graham was
wanted to say.
Baptist. You could tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and my dad, I put that on once in a while when I was a kid, and he goes, "Turn that off. He's a shyster." And all these years I grew up thinking he's a shyster. He's just absolutely right. And he was sitting one day, and something got said about Billy Graham, and I said, "Oh, stay away from him." My daddy always said he's a shyster. Stop staring at me. And I'm like, what? And they're like, Karen, he's not a shyster. He's Baptist.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I went and asked one of my deacons later on. I said, "Do you really trust Billy Graham?" I said, "Because my dad always thought he was out for money." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I do trust Billy Graham." He said, "And I believe him." And I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
And then there was another show.
wow.
Then there was another one called It Is Written. I don't remember that. Who ran that one?
I don't remember that one either.
Yep, and the one called 100 Huntley Street.
No.
Yep.
Who was that one that had the wife with the wild makeup?
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, from the tip of my tongue.
Wasn't her name Tammy something?
Baker. Tammy Faye Baker, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that,
No, I think they were shysters. Hi,
I don't know why.
Robert.
But there is one that I used to like watching. And they were on, they did Christmas specials. I'm trying to think of the name. It was a big family. Um, the Gatlin? No, oh shoot. For the life of me, I can't think of who it is. I can't think of the family. They put out DVDs and everything. I loved their Christmas specials.
I doubt we would have seen them.
They're American. They're not Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, then we should have seen them. I don't know who that was.
Once I remember the name, I'll let you know. Starts with a G.
It'll come to you.
They were really good. I'm gonna do this.
Oh, Amy James said, well, this is a little bit ago, too. Just a quick pop in today. I get to see my boyfriend for the first time in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Good for you.
These ones here.
Robert.
Those are sharp.
is on his second week with his mom in isolation. Hang in there, Robert.
Yep, it's gonna get a lot longer yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cat, did you see where they put? There's like 500 people overnight in was it Arkansas or Missouri or someplace?
No. I
Yeah,
didn't see that.
there's 500 people somewhere.
Wow. Well, so these people settle down for that stupid blocking for who knows how long.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they won't behave themselves.
I think it's just getting started, to be honest.
Mhm.
What's the matter?
Yeah.
You want out?
I think when they said it's July, that's probably a pretty good indication.
Yeah, yeah. I can't go that long without bread, though. I will perish. I'm down.
Somebody's sending some bread.
I'm down to one McMuffin. Just one.
Oh, just one. Oh no.
I'm gonna have to take pancake mix and slap them together for bread.
There you go.
Here's right now. Let's go.
I haven't been out. Wednesday was 2 weeks since I've been out.
Well, and you
So
can't
I'm
go
going
out.
on my third week.
Enjoy your stay at home. Hey.
Yeah. I told my husband, I said, it's warming up. I want my chair out on the front porch so I can sit out there and get some fresh air. Everybody's walking their dogs and taking walks. But they're keeping the distance. One will walk like on the sidewalk, I guess if they're not in the same household. The other one will walk like on the edge of the street so they keep their distance.
Ruby, was it the Osmond family?
No, the Gatlin brother. No, not the Gatlin brothers. Jeez. Oh my God, they were so beautiful. That family was it's huge. Their worshiping is huge. Gatelins? The Gatelins? I don't know. Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
Mm.
I'm trying to see if I can see anything on here.
I'm going to get you. You're going to die. There was a red hornet flying around.
Ooh.
A red hornet?
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm trying to find it on Google, but nothing's showing up.
I'm gonna look it up. I'll find it.
That's good. Let's see. This is the line.
There were so many things back then like that.
I think they're still existent, though. They're
No,
found.
but I mean more on TV.
Oh,
Back then than
right.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember, Captain and Tennille?
Yeah, sure do.
Could you see that too, Ruby?
Yeah, I saw Captain and Tennille.
I wish they'd bring back the Muppets. I love the Muppets. Even as a teenager, I would watch them.
Oh, I love the Muppets too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Paula. Mary said the Gatlin brothers, but you already said no to that.
Yeah, it's not the Gatlin brothers. Gee.
I'm trying to Google, but nothing's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
But Christian Christian TV families of the 70s and 80s.
No, put Christian TV families Christmas special. Do that because they did put out a lot of Christmas specials, and they were a family. The mom, the father, they're all just amazing singers.
Seven pieces shows. You're right. Let's see what this is. They're showing me movie stuff. I don't want movies.
All right, I'm gonna do it myself. See what I could find.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It keeps showing me like movies, and now, even though I say TV, it's showing me other stuff.
I went and checked the daily deal today,
Mm-hmm.
and it's some eye thing you put over your eyes to relax.
Oh, that eye pillow, yeah. I don't think that'll sell out.
I just thought it was a totally odd thing for a fabric place, a sewing.
Sorry.
The King family is one. Mary said.
The who?
The King family?
The Gatlin brothers? The King family? No, it's not them.
I don't even remember. I don't remember them at all.
Bet you if I find them, you will remember them. They were so popular. What happened to this? I don't want damn Pinterest.
Did you see that thing I put in the group today?
No, I just didn't have time. I was
You guys
cleaning.
look at it when you're done today.
This is pissing me off.
Did you get Jeff's car to the mechanic?
That's later.
Oh, okay.
We have to bring it for him to work on in the morning.
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking it today. Hi, Patricia.
I can't find him. This is unreal.
And if anybody here wants to join Ruby's group that is not already in it, here's a link. Hop on over.
Maybe it was called Gatelins.
Gate. I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, she decided to. Swagger. But nothing, not finding Mr. Key.
No, I can't find him. I can't find the name. Damn. That's weird. All it comes up with is Gatelin Brothers. It's not what I'm looking for.
Huh. Do not know.
I don't either. But I probably totally have the wrong name. I'm sure it was something.
I don't know because I don't remember no Christmas cookies.
I watched a lot of their shows.
You're
Especially.
not talking about Rudolph, are you?
No. Right.
Okay, just making sure.
You're funny, Karen.
Starts with the G, so it has to be Rudolph.
Yeah. The family names start with a G. And they always did. I always watched their Christmas specials. They had DVDs out of their shows that they did on TV. It's not the Gatler brothers, Gatelin brothers, or whatever they are. Definitely not. They don't sing Smoky Mountain Rain. This one I didn't cut the nice long thread off.
I can't find nobody.
They're Christians. That's all I know.
I got Christian is in the thing, but I'm not pulling up.
They must not do it anymore. It's been a few years since I've seen it. all their
Patricia
families
says,
took turns.
just to let you know, she learned so much yesterday. Thank you so much. Can't wait to get started.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Patricia.
That's what she's here for.
Don't be afraid to ask. You got any questions?
She does know what she's doing most of the time. Unless I disagree with her, then she's wrong and I'm right.
And who are we speaking of? And who are we speaking of? Yeah, that's what I thought. Mm-hmm. Nasty. Karen, are you sure you don't need to go to church today? You're misbehaving. She's misbehaving now because she didn't have to go to church.
No, I'm not, you tattletale.
Tattletale. Oh my god, I remember calling my brother and sister that when I was younger, calling them tattletales.
Yeah.
Like that really hurt their feelings, if you know what I mean. Calling anyone a tattletale really doesn't hurt their feelings.
And I never realized at the time though, but when we said tattletale, I mean, you just stand there and deny that you said tattletale. You just gave yourself away.
Yep. Not me. Not me. You're always guilty.
Right. Also, I want to discuss something that I think is very important for everyone here.
Okay.
I just want to make a disclosure that my channel is live and I don't go live to advertise for other YouTubers. So I just want to make that quite clear that my channel is not meant for introducing other YouTubers. I don't do this and gain subscribers and friends here for them to go to other channels while I'm live. So I just want to make sure you guys all know that we're not here to advertise for other YouTubers. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care what they're making. I don't care what they're selling. I don't care what they're giving away. I go live because my live is my entertainment for you guys or for you guys to learn. If people want to go to other channels, that's fine. But don't use my channel and my live show to promote someone else's channel. So I just want to make that quite clear to everyone. I don't have a problem with putting links in for things that you guys need help with, but putting links in for other people's channels that are not even in my chat, I'm not going to stand for it. So just so you know that. And I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I just think that's wrong to go to someone else's channel and advertise other people during your live show. So, and I don't want to see that happen again, ever. And if it does,
I agree with you too.
if it does, you'll get removed and blocked and no second chance. No talking, no nothing. You're just gone. I'm not going to deal with abuse on YouTube anymore by nobody. I don't care if it was meant not to hurt me or meant not to do any damage, or I've been through enough over the years, and I'm quite content at the state that I'm at and where I'm at with my YouTube and with all the people I have in this group. We have fantastic people in this group, and I want it to stay that way. And if I lose my YouTubers, then I lose them. I mean, I can't make people stay on my channel, and I'm not here to do that either. If you don't want to watch, you don't want to watch. you know, I'm not going to force nobody to do anything. I just ask that you refrain from ever posting someone else's crap that they're doing on YouTube. My channel is not for promoting anybody. My channel is here to help educate you guys in things that we make here. So, and I don't want to sound
Right.
like I'm being a bitch, but I'm not. It's just
I don't think you are.
if you guys
I don't think
were
you
ever
are
in my
either.
shoes in these last few years and all these years, I've had people in my group where they came in there solely to just take away my people that were subscribed to me. So, and I'm not going to stand for that anymore. I'm just not. You know, I don't gather people here for them to grow their channel or to give other people credit. That's not what my channel's about. So, I just want to lay that out there. Not that I'm being mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just going to put a stop right here right now. It's never going to happen again by nobody. And if you do it again or anybody does it, you're going to be gone. I love you guys, but you know what? I'm not promoting and doing all of this work for other channels. Hell no.
Exactly.
It's like I'm not going to be used as. I feel like I'm being used sometimes. And when I feel like I'm being used, I get defensive. So I don't want to be used in that way. I don't want to be used for advertising someone else's channel. I don't want to be used for you to gain subscribers. That's, you know, that's just wrong in all levels. I could never
Yeah.
go on someone's live show and advertise someone else saying, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah is doing this, making this, giving this, selling this, blah, blah, blah. I could never do that to nobody. Mind you, I don't go to a lot of live shows anyways. I don't have time. So I just wanted to make that out. I wanted to put that out there. This applies to everyone, including my moderators. I don't care who they are. It applies to every single one of you. So just want y'all to know that. I'm not here for your gain.
Exactly.
Nip that crap in the bud right now.
And if
And
there's people I don't feel like watching on YouTube, I don't watch them. If I don't want to watch them, I won't watch them. And I don't want to be invited to watch them. It's not my thing. Hi Diane. Hi Om.
Hi Diane. Hi
Did I miss anyone else?
Deborah. Hi Deborah. She says you have the right to refuse.
Thank you, and I just want to put that out there because there are a few people that want to come in here and use my channel for advertising for other people. I don't care. It's not right. So that's why I said what I said, and I'm not going to say any more about it now. I'm going to keep my peace. I said what I needed to say, and I just ask all of you to abide by my wishes.
Patricia says, not sure I will tackle this one. I am not good at promotion yet, don't want to mess up my blocks, if you know what I mean.
Well, I do, but you know what? I was petrified, Patricia. I was terrified. I'm not even going to lie. I was super scared to tackle free motion quilting. I really was. But you know what you need to do before you actually work on your real blocks? Sandwich a piece, 12 by 12 piece of fabric with some batting and some backing as if you were making your quilt, and play around with it. Play around, move it around onto your machine, make circles, make hearts. You can do anything. That's the only way you're going to learn how to do this free motion quilting. Um, yes, I'm not going to say I did that all the time because I didn't. But the reason I did a few times did practicing is because I'm unsure. And when I'm not good at something, I'm not going to go and, like, I don't have those feathers down pat. So I don't even want to attempt that right now. I need to practice more on fabric pieces, just little pieces. I would cut a 12 by 12. That gives you some room. This is 12. This is a good size. That'll give you some room to play with how you can maneuver your hands. And even if you wore a pair of rubber gloves, you'll still be able to move it around, except it'll just make your hands sweat. So that's why they recommend using quilting gloves. But anyway, and it also gives you the opportunity to figure out how to use your machine when it comes to free motion quilting. You can get your dial set where your thread might break, or just, change your settings and keep playing with it till you get it to where you like what you're doing, and then attempt it on your quilt. So yeah, I didn't just gung ho right into it. My first quilts I quilted, I did the stippling, and that is my most best quilting right now, is my stippling, because I've done it for years. That's all I ever did, because I didn't have a fancy machine like this, and I had to use my Kenmore, which was just an ordinary domestic machine. It's not anything big, or it's not meant just for quilting. And that's how I done all my quilts, and I done all stippling on the quilts that I created over the years. And I made Jeff's mom and dad one back in 2013, 2014, I think. Yeah, 2014. And I had no idea how I was going to quilt these. So I started doing the stippling. And stippling, you can't mess it up. So it's a lifesaver. All over pattern is the stippling. And that's what I intend to do with these, except in the centers. You're going to see that little flower in the center, but all the rest of it's going to be stippled. Because I am not secure enough to where I want to do feathers, because feathers would have looked beautiful. But then again, I'm tackling a small little border. No, I don't think I want to do that. And I don't want to be ripping out stitches, because that's exactly what's going to happen. But the stippling, you cannot go wrong with this. It's an all over pattern. You can do every square inch of your quilt with it, and you don't have to worry when you wash it that all your batting is going to clump up in the middle or clump up over here because you missed that spot. It's just practice with the stipple. That I recommend that to be the first thing you free motion quilt, is that stipple. That is what I learned on, and that's what I found to be to this day the easiest free motion quilting I can ever do. And it's actually an easy way out, and it looks beautiful. I done this on some of my Christmas quilts, and I'm telling you, those quilts look beautiful. They look professionally done, and they're not. They're just stippled on my machine. What were you saying, Kathy?
Is there a free motion, what do you call it, foot,
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever you call it?
Most machines come with them. Some of them don't. Some of them don't even make a quilting foot for it. But you can buy quilting feet. This particular machine, I cannot buy anything other than a Juki, because I don't get to drop this piece off. I have to use the shaft that comes on all the feet from my machine. So my domestic one, my Kenmore, it just has a little button at the back that you can drop your foot off and and put a new foot on underneath. You can use any foot. This one
Okay.
does not give me that opportunity. I have to use a Juki quilting foot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what sucks. But most domestic machines have a little button in the back behind their foot. You can drop the foot off and just change it out. It's like a little bar in there, and you just change it out and put a new foot, whatever you
Oh,
want.
yeah. I just wondered what it looked like. I can just look it up, though.
What looks like?
Right, that's
Yeah.
look it up.
A
I
quilting
think
foot
most of them
looks
are
like this.
round where the needle goes through and it like hops up and down.
Yes, this is a quilting foot, and when you quilt with a quilting foot, which is just a big hole, most of them are big hole, some have a space in here in the middle. That makes it easier to see as you're coming forward to yourself, but it's just a little circle like that. You see, that's my quilting foot for my Juki, and I have to use this one because this shaft goes onto the shaft of my foot, presser foot. So
See right there, Kathy? She's showing it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that
see it.
is.
I'm just pulling it up on Amazon. Okay.
Now on my Kenmore, let me see if I could look at Patsy's because hers is the same as mine. She's got it. She should have a quilting foot with hers because I'm pretty sure our machines all came with the quilting foot that just drops down.
Yeah, see, I'm
'Cause
looking
I
at mine.
quilted.
Mine didn't come with anything like that. It came with a lot of things, but I don't see one like that.
I
Okay,
don't think I got one like that even with my more expensive machine.
Patsy's
Yeah.
doesn't have hers. She's probably got it. I know I have a quilting foot for my Kenmore. And I ain't digging for it. It's way over there underneath the table. I don't want to dig for it. But that one came with
That's
a quilting
okay.
foot. So
Yeah, that's okay. Now that I know for sure what it looks like, I can put in brother and find one on Amazon.
oh yeah, like you'll be able to you won't even have to buy the one like mine because brother, I think it just pops off at the back. I don't know. No, don't get me wrong. But I don't think you can do that with a quilting foot. I think you have to remove your whole foot and put that quilting foot onto the shaft. I really think that's what.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think you can just pop it and put it on like a normal foot. You have to take that whole piece off and attach that piece. But make sure you get the one that's made for your machine though.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep, because your needle and everything won't line up with your feed dogs and all that. You don't want to, you'll just be busting
Right.
needles.
Yeah, at least that's how I was.
I'm
taught,
gonna go
Deborah.
look just because I'm OCD. I'll go pull my machine out here that Patsy nicely
That's how,
shoved underneath here.
your material moves. You can get your material move. If you don't drop them feed dogs, that material's gonna hang
Oh,
there.
All right.
yeah, you won't be able to.
You have to drop your feed dogs. Mary, I sent you a link yesterday for that yeast you were looking for and couldn't find. Did you ever see it? I sent it to you in private message on Facebook. But we're not friends on Facebook, so I don't know if it threw it into your regular DMs or not. But I did send you a link for it.
All right. This is the quilting foot that came with my Kenmore. And it is not one of those ones that you just see. It's a little bit different, but it's got an opening and it's clear and you can see where you're stitching. Yes, it's dusty too from fabric. You can see I used it. It does, you have to attach the whole thing to your shaft on your presser foot. So you have to take your presser foot off and put this one on. This is not one that you can just clip on to the bottom. This is a whole piece. So this one is for the Kenmore. I could have swore I had a round one too, but I could be wrong. But I really like this because this has 2 red lines on it, so you can line things up.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this here will go on to my Kenmore. It'll probably go on a lot of machines, a lot of domestics. They all, basically are the same, but But I could have swore I
I'll
had
look it up and then I'll do a YouTube too to be sure how to get it on and everything. So, thank you, Ruby.
I'm trying to look. I have my buttonholer in here, my walking foot, other feet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I could have it put away somewhere. And I love my dust covers because I haven't been using this machine and it is covered in dust on the dust cover. I love it. I'll be right back.
Shame on you, Ruby. Oh, where'd Ruby run off to?
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm gonna have to take a sinus pill. My head's starting to hurt.
All the stuff blooming and falling around.
I know, but it's so beautiful out. The sun is so freaking bright.
It sure is.
And then my
The rain calmed down a bit.
No, not here.
All right.
My
Now I could get.
still playing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's calmed down a bit here.
Jeff, do you see my glasses anywhere out there?
Yeah, right here.
Can you bring them? All right. I just have to do ironing now, and then I can start quilting all of these. Oh my gosh, I'm excited that I got all this done. Thank you.
I'm jealous. You get to sew and I can't.
I wish I could help you, Karen.
I know, hon. I know.
You don't have a set of magnifying glasses, do you?
I have no, not that you put on. No.
Okay.
Oh, I got that thing I can put on my head and you said, what in the world are you wearing?
Well, if it helps you to see, why not?
Yeah.
That might help to thread it properly.
Well,
But the thing about your bobbin, I know what your problem is with your bobbin, and I'm going to tell you a little secret. You have to have good, tight tension on your bobbin when you're trying to put it through that little clip. That little space. You need to have tension. If you don't have tension, you got to pull the tension tight while you're winding it through that loop. You just hold the thread and drag it across with tight tension. If your thread is loose, it's not going to go in. I can promise you it's not going to work. You need to have some tension on your bobbin thread. So, for example, if I'm putting my bobbin into my case there, I need to pull that thread, hold that thread tight to wrap it in around and loop it so it clips into those little hooks. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I have a loose thread, then of course that's not going to work. It's not going to go in. It's just going to keep falling out. You got to keep your tension tight.
Oh, I'm going to plug it in. We had tornado again last night.
Oh no.
This time in Clarksville. But it woke me up. It thundered so hard here that it made me sit straight up because it shook my bed.
Oh my God. I would have been shitting bricks. Hey, what's going on with my lighting? Uh-oh. My lighting
Put in the
flashed.
name of your sewing machine and how to lower your feed dogs. I hope I can lower my feed dogs on here.
You must be able to. Read your book.
Yeah, I just ain't got that far. I'll be happy when I get it.
Threaded.
Well, you just have to say it, didn't you?
Lots of machines have their feed dog lower button at the backs of their machine. My Kenmore is at the back of my machine. This one is in the front of my machine.
Okay.
You cannot free motion quilt with your feed dogs up. Just so you know, you can't do that. You will ruin your feed dogs. Because you're going to be pulling your fabrics, moving your fabrics around in all different directions. And that's not going to be good for your machine. Yeah.
You won't be able to free motion. I don't think you'd be able to free
Yeah,
motion.
I've done it. I forgot to drop my feed dogs, and I've done it. Until I realized what I was doing and why it wasn't moving so smoothly was because my feed dogs were not down.
Oh, do I got it? Do I got it? Come on, baby.
Why is my... What the hell? Does everybody see my lights blinking here?
No, I didn't get it. Oh, no. Yeah, I see it blinking. You got a bulb fixing to go out?
I don't know which bulb it is, but it's freaking me out here.
Is it windy there?
Yes, it sure is. Extremely windy.
That's what it is. It's your line. They set ours up that if something happens, like a tree or someone takes out a pole or something, our lights start blinking. And I was told they do that. They got new different kinds of sensors now, and they can tell where that power is fluctuating at now.
Right.
If that makes any sense. If not, just tell me to shut up.
Karen.
Yeah.
Karen, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Karen, you've been told today. Hey.
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 Ask me if I care.
Do you care, Karen?
Not really.
No, I didn't think so.
Come on. You're bad. You're just bad. I don't even know why I like you. Oh, did I get it? I think I got it. I felt something. Come on, baby.
Come on, Karen, you can do it. I have faith in you. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Okay.
After I iron these, I'm so excited I'm going to be able to start quilting them. Yay. What'd you do?
It's not quite catching. I'm almost there, but I just have to work on it.
Just keep your tension very snuggy bug, like a bug in a rug.
Yeah.
Snuggy.
I found mine. Put it back on the back. try that lower in mine. I found the button.
You found it?
Right on the back. Just a little lever you push over.
Yep. Mine's a lever that you would push also.
Yep. All right. Now I just need to get the foot on there and try it. Do I got it? Do I got it? I think I got it.
Oh, praise the Lord. She saw the light.
Oh, crap. It's only one thread.
It should be.
Try.
It should only be one thread.
I need the bottom one to come up. I don't understand why that bottom one starts coming up.
You just got it too short, maybe. Maybe you got it too short.
Still not doing something right. What is it? Okay, that's one thread. Just take it out. I think I'm just, ooh, what's that?
Ooh, what's that? What'd you find in there, Karen?
I don't know. It's metal though. It sort of looks like thread, but I think I am gonna wait until my little screwdrivers come and I can take it apart and make sure there's nothing down in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get all that squared away, then you can see what might be
Yeah.
not catching or whatever.
Yeah. Because I don't want to take a chance on hurting it.
No, definitely don't want that.
And I'm not a good crier. I'm an ugly crier. I know. Robert says, looking good, Ruby.
Thank you, Robert.
Welcome back, Robert.
Yep,
Hello,
welcome
Tanya.
back.
Hi, Tanya, Robert. Anybody have any? Ooh.
Ooh, be right back. Coffee finished. Oh, I need to see if my coffee's still hot.
Ouch. Oh, that was hot. Son of a bitch.
Okay. Don't touch hot objects, Ruby.
What?
I said, don't touch hot objects.
It should say caution, hot surface. But it doesn't. And I dragged my hand across that hot spot. Last one. And let the quilting begin. Hi, sexy mama. All right. We can shut the iron off now because we just don't need it anymore. These are all ironed and ready to go.
And they're looking really pretty, Ruby.
Yes. Oh, I love it. And I'm not one for blue, but this, I had no choice but to use blue.
It's still pretty.
So I'm okay with that. All right. So let's put that pile there. That's the finished pile. And we will get a pile of these going.
Robert wants to know, any tips on the pineapple blocks, Ruby?
Any tips on the pineapple block? Yes.
Yeah.
Rip your paper off after you finish your block. Don't.
Yes, I recommend that too.
Yeah, don't do what I did and leave them all for the last minute because that was a lot of ripping. And it was very time consuming. So, yeah, don't do that, Robert. All right.
That's what we were going to say. Yeah, don't do them.
No. All right. So, we don't really have a right way or a wrong way, but we do need to put this on here. Oops. Wait, we need one of these babies first. So why don't I just put this on, as even as I can. Move it over if I have to. Put that on as even Steven as I can. Layer this on top as even Steven as I can. Snippity snip that off. And let's get our pin mores out, because I am going to, oh, this is going to be beautiful. But first of all, I need to draw in the middle my little thingamajiggers that I will be using. So let's use the blue pen. And I'm thinking of going up. So if I start here, I could make my first loop here. I want to be an inch away, so I'm just going to kind of follow that. So I'm going to freehand this. So I want to be an inch up all the way. Even though I won't be perfect, I'm okay with that. I'm just making like tops of the heart. It's just going to basically be my guide. And I'm going to do this for every block so I can get all my centers to be the same. And then the outside of the block. And you could see I don't even need to measure. I can just go like this and like this. So the next one up from that, we will do it a 1/2 inch up higher. So we're going to start about here, and then we're going to just make a loop and a loop. So I'm just going to hold it here, go a 1/2 inch higher. See, I don't like how I made that one, and I don't have to sew it over there because this is just a marker. So I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to kind of eyeball it. Okay, and the last one, we're going to start it about here. So this one's going to be a bigger one. And I don't like how that turned out, so I'm just going to do it that way. There. Whoops. I always have a bad habit of making those ones so short. There. There. And there. There we go. So that's how I'm going to do the center. Just freehand my little flower in there. Looks like hell right now, but that's how I'm going to do it. I think that's going to look good. So I'm going to pull this over a wee bit. I think that got moved. Just adjusting this to fit before I start quilting it. All right. So let's get our pins in here.
Did you answer Robert,
About, yes.
Ruby, about not using the paper?
What? Not using it?
He said, any tips on the pineapple block, not using paper, getting template, do you still need paper?
Oh, how are you going to do it with a template? I'm curious. I'm curious on that one, Robert.
Luna. Quilt.
Yeah, me too. How would you do it with
Without paper, I don't know how you would use a template. I
The
think that's,
templates that I see are paper. Oh, no, no. There's a creative grid pineapple trim tool mini quilt roller. Pineapple trim tool mini
it's
creative
just the
grid.
trim tool, Karen. That's what me and Kathy have. You need that. It really helps having
Well,
that
I'm wondering if
trim
that's what
tool.
he thinks is a template.
I don't know. That's not a template. It's just a trim tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. What do you have exactly? What are you talking about, Robert? He's gonna find it. Okay. That would help. We can look, see what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I can't figure out what you mean.
Did you get you some of those, Kathy?
The pin
That
moors?
Ruby's using right now?
Yes, she did. She ordered some, she said.
Oh, yeah, the little,
These
pin
things
that-
these things
Yeah.
really are a blessing.
Mhm. My cup seems too small for my little pink cup you got there. My pins go down in there.
Oh, you got really tiny pins?
No, they're the like 2-inch quilt pins I'm using right now.
Mine aren't falling in there.
They're like, it's like when I open the cup, they're way down in there.
Huh.
I take it off, then
Not
it's
mine.
I wonder what the deal is with this one.
All right, so let's change feet.
They only had one size, right? They didn't have two different sizes. I'll play with it some more.
Okay, now I need to set all my settings to 0. Everything has to be set to 0. My feed dog's down. We are good to go. All right, now I will put on my quilting gloves though, because it does help me to maneuver everything. And I'll put that up there.
Okay, here's the question.
What?
If you stitch in the ditch, you know my favorite thing.
Yep.
Do you have to put the feet dogs down? That I can't remember.
No, you're just doing straight stitching. No.
Yeah.
You kind of
Okay.
want, if you had a walking foot, that would help because you're going through multiple layers of fabric. So that would definitely help.
I do have a walking foot, but it goes to my other brother.
Right.
Uh-oh. She's serious. She's putting the gloves on.
Yeah, I need them because it's going to help move my stuff around a lot easier. Now I'm not going to go in a hurry. I'm going to do this the best way I can. So this one here has got to come out, this pin, because it's in my way.
Okay, let me go look it up.
Just gonna...
Okay, that's what I was just looking at. That's what Ruby was talking. That's what Ruby was talking about a minute ago.
So now I'm going to try and trace. I'm going to trace up to the next row, and I'm going to try and stitch in the ditch all the way up without going over. But I didn't.
Okay, Ruby, before you do that,
What?
can you explain to Robert about that? Remember you said that's just a ruler? He's talking about that ruler that I asked you. You said, no, that's not a template. It's just a ruler. Am I making sense?
I don't understand his question.
I think he thinks that ruler is a template, and he wants to know, is that all he needs to make the pineapple quilt?
No, he needs the pineapple papers.
Okay.
This ruler is only for trimming and folding your pineapple, your paper over this. You need the one with the beveled, flattened edge here. So this sits really flat, and it's easy to fold your paper over on it. This is only for trimming it. And then it gives you the 1/4 inch. So you would flip it over, line it up with your seam here, and just cut. And it gives you a 1/4 inch. But this is not a template, if that's what this ruler looks like. It is not. You need the pineapple papers from Fat Quarter Shop. Or wherever, whoever has them.
No, that ain't what the template he's talking about. That ain't what that ruler looks like. Because I got it pulled up on Amazon. It's almost like a triangle, but with octagon sides on 2 of the smaller sides.
I don't know. I just don't know.
I'll put it in the group and
Yeah, I'll look later.
yeah.
Oh, jeez. Now we got thread breaking. Perfect.
That's because I stopped you?
No. No, and this is what happens. This is what causes your thread. See this? It's a big, huge pile of thread. So I'm going to change my needle to change it to a 16 because a 16 has a way bigger hole. And then I don't have to deal with that. So. And I'm going to keep that needle because there's nothing wrong. I just put that in new yesterday, so I'm not going to throw it out. It's only a 14. But this 16 seems to have a bigger hole, so hey. All right.
Okay. I posted that in the group for you to look at later.
Yeah, I don't have time right now.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I really don't like how this looks. So I'm just going to pull these stitches out. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. All right. All right. Now, all right. Let's try this again. I honestly don't know anything about that template, so I can't even help you, Robert, because all I ever used was the papers. So I really don't know anything about this template that Karen's saying about. No clue. And if that's what you're using, I have no clue. All right, here we go again. Oh, come on. This did not do this to me yesterday. This did not do this.
What's it doing?
Breaking the thread.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got a new bobbin in there?
No. I don't know. I might just do it all over. I don't think I'm going to put up with this. Thread breaking constantly now. No clue.
Is your tension the same as yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing's changed.
Well, that's really weird.
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to finish this and I'm not doing any more with this stupid thing on it. Not going to do this. Okay. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to pee around with all this crap, man. I just can't be bothered. And I kind of don't like this line in here either. See how there's a line traipsing up here. If I just do an all over stipple, we'll be good to go. So,
Okay.
yeah. I'm going to remove this pin because I'm going to start my stippling in this corner here.
My roof is dunking.
Yep, that looks way better. Stippling is way better and more fun. I really like stippling. I really do. I think that's all I'm going to do. I think it makes the world of difference. one more. One more side to finish.
Martha's not here, Robert, and I'm not gonna leave Lady Denise.
And there's the back. So I'll come up closer so you guys can see. But there's the back. All over stippling. And look at how nice that looks. It just, to me, it makes it look really, really professionally done. Give this a little squirt with water. And we'll see how it disappears. And it does disappear with water, see? So there. But I'm not doing this in any more of them. I'm just going to stipple all around it. And that's how it's going to go.
Okay. Deborah says, love it, Ruby.
Yeah, I'm not going to iron that because I'm just going to let it air dry and the blue marks will be gone. There's still
They're
some.
gone already, aren't they?
No, there's still some really faint blue in there. But it will. It'll all just disappear. So I'm just going to sit that off to the side there. Now, I'm going to bring my camera down and then I'm going potty. I'm going to get up for a minute so you guys can see up close.
I like it. I think they look good.
So you guys can see how I'm doing this. Is that close enough for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to do an all over stippling. And because I have 4 rows, I can kind of stay consistent within my rows a little bit. But I need to come down every once in a while. I need to come down a little bit so it all blends together. Okay, so you'll see what I mean. All right, so I'm going to move these. I do have to go potty though. I love these gloves. My hands do not sweat in these at all. These are very, very breathable. They're nice.
Okay, well that surprises me.
Yeah, they're not hot at all. They do not make your hands hot. And you can wash them. See, right now I got blue ink on this one, but these here, you just throw them in the kitchen sink, wash them up, stand them up over something, and they're dried. You know how I dried mine? I took the tip of the broom and I put it over top of the handle of the broom and I just let them dry overnight. And it worked. Believe me, these work.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah, they get dirty here from all your fabrics and I don't know. And you can wash them with soap and water and they work out perfect. They come out nice and clean. Oh, and when I was cleaning today, look what we found. Ah, Lysol wipes.
What did you find? It's not showing me yet.
Oh, you'll see it.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. I always keep that in stock. It don't matter. I always have that in my kitchen, sitting in my kitchen. I just carry it to my bathroom when I want to clean my bathroom up. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good over here, Tracy. How's it going your way, hon? Hi, Jamal.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Jamal. All right, back to work. All right, let's do another back.
Oh, I need to go see if my coffee's hot yet.
That definitely needs to be moved over. There. That looks pretty good. Just want to check one more time. That area looks really big there. Okay. So let's grab a top. And I'm only going to stick a few pins in this. I don't need a whole lot because it's not serious. So we'll stick a pin in each corner for sure and one in the middle. I think that's all I'm going to do. So I'm stretching my block and making sure it's nice and flat with the backing. I'm just going to stick one more pin in this. In fact, I ain't going to put another pin in it. Maybe I'll put one down here just to be, because I'm going to be working from that corner. So I'll start in this corner here. Okay. So we're going to start here. So I'm going to stretch it and flatten it best I can. I'm going to start in this corner here. And I'm just going to work my way down, pulling and watching my fingers don't get snagged in this. And it pulled. See, it probably would have been a good idea because now I'm going to have a pucker in there. I don't like that. See, it pulled away there. All right. I don't like that. It puckered. See how it pulled away? I'm just going to pull that stitching out and I am going to put a pin in it till I get moving. This stuff does shift like crazy, so I don't want it shifting on me. So pull that out and make sure it's pulled out on the back. Yeah, it's going to shift on me if I do not put a pin in it. So here like that, just till I get going. I gotta get more comfortable. Now, I know for a fact that my very center here is extremely bulky here, right in this very middle. So I'm going to avoid that at all costs. I'll go around it as opposed to running over it. I tried to do that on all of those joins, so I am not running over it and causing my thread to break or my needle. So now that I'll show it up close what I did, so you'll get an idea. Like all my middles here are very thick, and I will show you up close how I went around them instead of going over top of them. And plus it will, if it's really thick there, it will cause you to skip stitches. Last block. All right, very easily done. So you can see up close here, I went around that. I went around every single one of my joints as opposed to running over them with my, if you go right over that center, right over here, you can bust your needle. And if you're not using a really strong needle, it's very easy. You see, I went around every single one of them. I didn't run over any of them. And there is the back. Look at how beautiful that looks. Look at the back. Now I really like this as opposed to putting those things in the center. I just think that looks way better, and they're all consistent. So I like it. I like it. Even though it's not completely 100% square around here, I will fix all that up later. So 2 of them are going to have little things in there, and I'll hide those somewhere in the quilt. You won't even see them. That one is still wet. But there. Do you guys like this better? There's the front. There's the back. And that's all stippling is.
Yeah, very pretty. Oh, yeah, look at the back. That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot better, believe me. And it's much quicker because I can get these, you know, done a lot faster than sitting here drawing on there.
Yeah.
Drawing
But
on.
you never know until you try.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. I've tried and I don't want to do it no more. So. And I need to move that over a wee bit. So I want it to be even. And I'm going to just have an easier time to pin with my gloves off.
So you're only doing 1 layer of batting?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Two.
just one.
Just one, okay.
Yep, just one.
Mary says love it. Tracy says lovely. Deborah says very nice.
Yep, thank you guys. Those are just little tips about running over all your intersections here. Go around them. Don't go over top of them. And don't even try to check, say, okay, I'm just going to try it, because that's going to be the time your needle will break and you will skip stitches. You know, not
Ooh.
all our domestic machines are not all heavy duty like this Juki that can go through multiple layers. But still, it still skips too sometimes over heavy duty areas. So I avoid it
Well,
like the plague.
nobody wants a broken needle flying.
No, it's not even that. It also damages your throat plate.
Yeah, but I'm so scared of flying needles.
Yeah. So there. I've got 5 pins in. That's going to be enough for just these small little blocks. And I'm doing just, like, if I'm doing a big, huge quilt, I probably would do larger stippling. But because these are little blocks, I'm just doing little stipplings. That's all. And the hardest part is getting going here, because I've got really nothing to hold on to other than this
Right.
this piece. And I really don't want to sew my fingers today.
Nobody wants that.
No.
Kathy, this is the car.
Approaching my corner here, so remove the pins. Hi, Tias. Hi, baby girl. Are you smelling my leg, Tia? It really is me. I don't like working from the bottom up, so I'm going to do it this way.
Kathy. Look and saying your name right, hon.
Whoa. Done. There's the back. These are turning out beautiful. I can't wait to see everything all put together, how beautiful this is going to look. Right, guys?
Right.
So,
Right. Bye, Robert.
I actually have 4 done, but I don't want to take all this apart. I need that kind of iron. It's still showing signs. Yeah, I kind of like it. I like it better all stippled. I'm looking at this. It's got hearts, got this. Like, you won't see any of this. All you're going to see is this quilting, and the back of it is going to be so pretty.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Because my back is not going to look like this. Very tight stitches, and look at where I went over and over and over in the same spot. You want to try to avoid that too. Oh, and plus I went, remember I went all the way down on this one? I didn't do that anywhere else. Didn't do it on here either.
So what's that mean? You got to pull it out?
I don't know, but this kind of needs something in the middle.
Why? You stippled all over it.
Yeah, that one's just got a big spot in there. Let's see what I can do here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why, Cynthia?
There we go.
Bye, Cynthia.
We fixed that. Bye,
Okay.
Cynthia. Now there's not just a big, huge space in there. And even though that was a bit wet, I'm surprised that blue is not gone. But I can't iron it. Keep that on top. I got a tummy ache. I'll be right back. I need to go quickly shove something in my mouth and take a pill.
I was going to say, have you eaten today?
No. I don't have a tummy ache. I have pains.
You have pains?
Yes. Not gas pains. They're pains.
Do you still have your appendix?
Uh-huh. They're on both sides, Karen, not on one. Appendix pain's only on one side. Yeah, I need to take a pill, and I can't on an empty stomach.
Okay, hon. Okay. Oh. Things are flying through the air, and they seem to be hitting my roof every once in a while. I get stumped, but that's what happens when you live in the mountains, in the middle of trees.
Yes.
It is so windy out. It really is. I wonder if we got storms moving in.
We're supposed to be anything but peachy.
Oh, that's not even. Where's my weather channel? Oh, there it is. Okay. 71 and sunny. Ooh, it's supposed to get 47 tonight. I will be shutting windows. I had to get up in the middle of that storm last night to go shut that back bedroom window.
Yeah, I figured you were up.
That's why I am so happy this house came with a carport, because I can leave my front door open and the screen door closed and locked. I have a kitchen window. I can open that, and my bedroom window I can open because it's under the carport. I don't have to worry about any storms or anything blowing it in.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I'll be turning the heat back on by Tuesday. 47 high.
I know. Then it's going to raise back up again.
Well, Tuesday and Wednesday are both in the 40s. So we go to 62, 69, 62, 66, 65. I might have to put the heat back on. It's so quiet. Is anybody out there? Hello, hello. I don't know. It just got really quiet and I'm scared.
Finger sewing is reserved for Friday.
Yeah, you won't catch me finger sewing.
I hope not.
I do want to get into the no, hi Deborah. I do want to get into the applique part of sewing, but I want to do it on machine. I don't want to do that by hand. Hello,
yeah.
Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
I'm glad you're still with us, hon.
We talking about, not being able to go out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing, too, you have to think about, I've got a cousin, and her daughter is special needs.
Mm-hmm.
She's a senior, but, she's lower level and says not very verbal. Says a few things, I think. but she's so upset because she can't understand. She can't go to her friends, and her friends can't come over. So
Right.
this is very hard on, you know,
Yeah.
special needs and, well, and the elderly too that don't understand because at my daughter-in-law's nursing home, they're using phones or getting laptops so they can call their families and chat because they don't understand
Right.
why my family's not coming. So it's really hard on, I know we all get bored and all that, but, it could be worse.
Did you see what Tanya wrote?
Mm-mm.
She's on a treadmill watching. You go, girl. You go. I'll give you my Fitbit to wear. You go. I've had mine charging. Not even had it on today, and I don't think I'm going to. I love my Fitbit. I really do. I mean, it does encourage me. It gets me moving and everything and stuff, but I don't like them plastic bands on all the time. I just don't,
Oh,
I don't,
yeah.
the bands that come on them. And there's times in the middle of the night they'll wake me up because it slid up my arm, but it's so tight, it won't slide back down.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you sweat, and sometimes it's like,
Well, I love that I can do my dishes, take a shower, and everything with it on.
yeah, mine's waterproof. I could wear it.
Yeah, I love that.
Like swimming and stuff, I could wear mine.
Yeah, but she says she's welcome for all of us. Aw, I appreciate that, Tanya.
My back
Okay.
appreciates that, so thank you.
All right.
I think that's part of what was wrong with you. Do you think you could have done too much walking?
That's what I'm wondering.
Are you back, Fred?
I am.
There she is.
I am. I wasn't
Oh,
gone
Fred?
long. Is it ever storming outside? Holy cow. It's pouring
Oh, wow.
and it's super windy out there. I had to
Oh, really?
put my umbrella down because the wind is going to just take that. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, break it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's one of those
Well, that'll help you,
shade.
though, get the rest of the stuff out of the ground, though.
No. It's still got
No?
snow. But it's
That
raining.
won't help the snow off?
It'll just be really treacherous if that rain freezes. Oh my God.
Oh,
gosh.
Because it is literally pouring out. Literally.
Do you get tornadoes up there?
Not really, no. We have a lake beside us and mountains. They kind of pull the tornado away. Most of our bad weather gets pulled away by Lake Superior.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We're just coming into tornado season.
You-
They say April through June, I think it's.
Yeah, and in August too. I know in the fall we get tornado season too. Plus dealing with the hurricane, we still get off the can get hit by hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's scary. All right. Drink my coffee. Let's get this moving. Let's get it pulled. Get it going.
Hey Ruby.
Yes.
Tanya is on her treadmill watching you.
Good job, Tanya.
Yeah.
And we're out of bobbin thread. Okay. dirty piggy. And I will clean that out because I see some thread in there. And it's not good. Even though I vacuumed all this out yesterday, it's right back. Come here. Where are you? Come on. See? Got the threads. Very important to keep that clean. Get that out of there. Now, so what I mean by tension, see, watch, Karen. I'm going to put this in. I have to wrap my thread around here. I'm holding my bobbin so I can put tension on my thread. Pull it through here. Oops, not that tight. Pull it through here. It's got to go all the way down and click in there. It's very important that you keep tension on your bobbin.
Okay.
On the thread when you're threading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do that. I wish my casing came out. I really do. Because I can tell it's metal in there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, bring up my bobbin thread here. Okay.
My things will be here Wednesday. We will take this plate apart and see what is down there.
All right. Cut that off. Good plan, Karen.
Oh my goodness. It's set up.
Hi, Di.
Down here?
I heard somebody come in.
Me. I lost Facebook.
Oh,
Okay, I don't see that.
okay. I thought it was Di.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I could do better things than that for attention.
Oh, I bet you could.
You hush. Just hush. I'm pretty sure she goes right to the edge of her fabric and then turns it, Patricia.
Last pit. And that's another one down. Another one bites the dust. Quick and easy. Done. And done.
You're done?
Done that one. These are gonna move along quite nicely and easily.
Yeah.
Yep. I only have 20 to do.
Get to it.
I'm getting her done. Don't you worry. Okay. Check over here. This has to go for a bit. There we go. Check here. Everything looks good.
Patricia wants to know how far apart are you stippling?
That far apart? I don't know. Not very well. You could see I'm leaving some space.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a whole lot. I'm trying to leave some space. Some spaces I get a little closer than others. It's all freehand, so, you know, you just do the best with what you can and just go with the flow, basically. That's all. Okay. Next. All right. I'll start in this corner here because it just seems to be the easiest. Okay. And now pin can come up. And there we we go. One thing about when you're doing this kind of thing is you do not want to overlap. I don't know if that's going to help see better. Yeah, it will. You don't want to overlap your stitching. Son of a gun. Jeez. I can't do anything with these gloves. Hello. I'm just sewing live. Why? What? What do you mean he had a relapse? Oh my God. Nope. Guess not. Yeah. Wow. I didn't see that. I'll have to go. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. I've done it more than that. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, bye. Karen, every single time I get a phone call, it kicks me out of Facebook. Dumb thing. All right.
Welcome back, Ruby.
Thanks. What I was saying is when you're doing your quilting, try not to back yourself into a corner where you can't get out and you have to cross over the top of your stitching, because you don't want to do that in quilting. Try to make sure you leave yourself room that you can maneuver your way out and not back yourself up into a little spot like this, and then you can't do anything. Your butt cross over the other stitches. Yeah, leave yourself room,
Right.
or you're gonna back yourself into a spot where you're gonna have to go over top of your other stitching. And when you're stippling, it's a good idea to go, give yourself about, say 2 inches, work your way all the way down, work your way back up. That way you're never gonna back yourself up into a corner. Yeah, and Patricia, it is very easy to do. Believe me, I've done it. Don't you worry. I'm talking from experience. See, I'm almost went over my stitching there. And this position I'm doing this in is very awkward, so I don't like doing it that way. I'm just going to flip this around because then I have better coverage and I could see better where I've already stitched.
Right.
Whoa, very thick there. So now I'm finding it awkward that way. Flip it around. See, I made sure I had enough room to travel back down this way to carry on. And I'm still avoiding those intersections as much as possible.
Okay, Ruby. So here's the question:
Mm-hmm.
if you sew two parts where you know you've locked yourself in, would you just sew off instead of crossing over stitches, or what?
What I would do is go up to as close as you can to the stitch, make something there, even just make a circle. Take a couple of stay stitches and then cut your thread and then start again. Start somewhere else. Start somewhere where you know it's going to just flow in and you're not going to see it, but make sure you go over top of your stitches a couple of times so it locks that stitch so it doesn't come undone on you.
Okay.
So when I'm done, I just put my needle down, take a couple of stitches in a spot, and it's done. It's just that easy. So this is how you're going to do it. Just keep yourself room. Like you can see, I got some big spots here, small ones, big ones. I'm trying to stay consistent, and I'm trying to stay consistent with my stitches. Now, what I mean by that is my machine has a regulator, and most machines have regulators on it. And my stitch regulator is set at 0. So however I move this, the bigger my stitches will be if I move too quick. There's a few places where you can see where I maneuver around in a circle, and you can see my stitches are pretty big. And what you want to do is try to keep all your stitches as consistent as possible. So, you know, there are a few places there are a little bit big, but majority of my stitching is staying consistent. It's because I step on I've got my speed control set at very low to medium. So it's in between that low to medium. I give it full gas, and I move my fabric enough that I'm going to get nice stitching. If I move it too fast, which I do sometimes, it's just a nerve, like it just moves too fast. I don't do it. My body does. Anyway, you move it too fast, you're going to get big stitches. You move it too slow, and you're going to get super tight stitches, and it's going to look awful. So that's why I try to tell you to stay consistent and keep on moving. Don't move too fast, and don't move too slow. And don't set your regulator any faster than you think you can move. So I set my regulator at a consistency in between. It's like almost next to off, but it's in between the speed. So if I step on my foot pedal right full blast, it's only going to go that fast. So that's what regulates your stitch. Your stitch regulating happens when you're moving your fabric around. You move it too fast, you're going to get a big stitch. You move it too slow, and you're going to get these little teeny tiny stitches. But I step on the gas, and I know to move my fabric. I take a couple stitches in spot, that's it, and then I carry on. And then I keep moving. If I have to maneuver my fabric, stop. And then step on the pedal, really get it full blast again, and then start moving your fabric. Don't stay in one spot, or you're going to end up with bird nests like these. See all these? You stitch too much in one spot, you're going to get that. You stitch too slow, you're going to get that. Super tight stitching. You don't want that. Believe me. You want your fabric, you want your fabric moving while you are, while your needle is moving. It's very hard to explain until you actually do it yourself. You need to set your machine up and get, make friends with your machine. Figure out what works best for you and what speed works best for you. I could put my machine full blast if I want, but I'm going to have to move my fabric like I'm Magic Woman. And I don't want to do that. So I set it at a speed that I know I can maneuver my fabric. I can get my designs. I don't have to worry about going super fast like this, because that's what I would have to do. And I don't want to do that. And those professional free motion quilters, they know their capacity. They know what they can do. And some of them can do it at a very high speed, even on the long arms.
And they know what their machines can do too.
Yeah, it's once you get it, you have to get used to your machine. And that's why it's always a really good idea. Do some practice blocks before you actually start quilting on a beautiful quilt, because you will hate yourself if you have to pull all that stitching out. Believe me, I've done it. I've had to pull out stitching several times when I was quilting those ones at Christmas, because my thread was mucking up on the bottom and it was skipping stitches on the bottom. I didn't know what was going on, and it's because I wasn't sure about my bobbin settings or anything like that. It was my own fault. Had I listened to the Juki website, it says to turn all your tension to 0. So your body, your hands is what's going to, you are going to regulate your stitches basically. It's a manual thing. So you're going to do it manually. And by moving around your fabric, you're going to tell yourself how big you want your stitches to be. And if you stay in one spot too long, you're going to have a nice mess at the back of your machine, or back of your square or your quilt. So you don't want to do that. I promise you, you don't. It looks awful. Especially having all that thread back there. It looks awful. So you're better off to just pull it all that stitches out. So I hope that kind of helps with some of your free motion quilting tips. Now I'll show you how I mean by when I start, I need to start moving my fabric. So at the very beginning here, I'm going to take a couple of stay stitches just so I don't want my quilting to come undone. I'm going in one spot like that, and then I'm going to full blast my machine. So full blasting it means I'm stepping on the gas and I'm flooring it right as far as I allow my regulator to, or my speed control to move my machine. So here we go. So I'm moving at this pace because this is giving me very nice stitches. If I move any faster, I'm going to get big stitches. And if I stay in one spot, I'm going to get ugly stitches too. So it's all a matter of getting used to your machine and how you're able to maneuver your fabric around. And it's just all about practice. That's all it is. It's just practice, practice, practice. I cut it, Patricia. I cut all my batting into my 10.5 by 10.5 inch squares. I did all that and dulled my blade something fierce. So when I take off, I'm stepping on the gas really fast and I'm moving quick. You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
No bird's nests at the back of my quilt. You don't want that. It looks yucky.
Okay, Captain.
I don't like working from this way because I'm having a hard time seeing where I ended at the top. So I'm going to stop there, turn it around, and carry on. And coming to that dreaded center, I went around it. So that fluff just comes right back. Okay. Last row. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Didn't want that to happen. Pull those out. Okay. Trim that off and that off. Those are boo-boos. And that right there will get trimmed and trimmed. There. So there's another one done. Another one bites the dust. All stippled. Ah. Someone's making, did you buy your batting? No. Okay. Julie, I'm back. Thank you, Ruby. You have been very helpful. Oh, you're very welcome, Patricia. If I could be helpful, that is great. And I'm telling you, this is the fastest way, is the stipple. And we have small blocks, so you can make your stippling really big and wide. You don't have to make it this small. I've made it bigger on my bigger quilts. I didn't do it this small, but I like it this small on this one because it's a block. It's a smaller block. And when I wash it, all the line, everywhere I've quilted, it's going to pucker all in there because it's going to shrink. And it's going to look super cool. Super, super cool. So that's why the smaller you go, the nice crinkles you're going to get. when it's all put together and done. It's all said and done.
No, that's a good tip.
Hmm. Yeah, and we're using polyester batting, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. This stuff balls under your quilts in between your layers. If you do it nice and snug like this, there's absolutely nowhere for it to clump up underneath here. If you do big huge spots, so if say you did a big circle here and you left that circle, it's going to clump up in that circle. Eventually over time it balls. You will have balls everywhere on your quilt, and it's because this batting here likes to ball really bad. So just another little tip. But I like this batting because it makes it more poofy. It poofs out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I use this batting, is it makes it more poofy. And I'm only sticking with one layer, and that's all I use in all of my quilts too, is one layer of this. And it just made my batting, or my quilting lines just pop. And I liked it.
Okay.
I think this quilt's going to be stunning when it's done. I really do. Just think it's going to be beautiful. But I'm having a lot of backache and pains in my ovaries. So I'm going to quit because I'm uncomfortable.
Okay. Yeah. No, don't sit there and you're in pain.
Yeah.
No, go get some rest.
Once that pill kicks in, I'll be good. But how many did we get done today? So I did one. Well, that one
I
there.
know 3.
There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I done 6. But I also spent part of the day putting, sewing the rest of my backing together. So what about cotton? Yeah, you could use cotton, Pamela or Patricia. You don't have to use the polyester. You can use the cotton, whatever you want to use. It's a personal choice. Whatever you like. I like this because when I wash this, when all this is all sealed up, this is going to crinkle up really, and it's going to be poofy. You will definitely see the quilting a lot more when it's washed and shrunk into the dryer a little bit. I love the way it looks like that. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it this way with that, because I like the poofy batting. The other one, the cotton one, is pretty flat. But you can use it. You don't have to use what I'm using. You can use whatever your little heart's content. So we got word on Friday for work. I'm allowed to go to work now at 8:30, half hour earlier. And a half hour earlier means a lot when there's not a lot of mail. So the only thing I think will always have is a lot of parcels, because people are like shopping like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Online. I mean,
Yeah. 'Cause things are getting hard to buy even on Amazon.
oh yeah, I can't find stuff on Amazon. Nothing, especially anything. And plus, our provincial government is also setting fines to companies and individuals trying to resell toilet paper, anything that they stock bought. Anybody caught in Ontario that's selling this stuff and price gouging, and the reason they're doing that is because he's sick and tired of everything being short on the shelves, because people are buying it and trying to sell it online for like triple to almost quadruple the price. So
Yeah, that's illegal here. Is it up there?
it is too. And also he is going to start nailing anyone that he catches, any companies that have upped their prices to price gouge during a pandemic, and any individuals that's like 3 years in prison if you're caught. 3 years in
Yeah.
jail. You're caught price gouging. So you went and bought a whole bunch of toilet paper and you're trying to sell it for $70 for one pack of toilet paper. You're going to get nailed to the cross.
You know, that's the way it should be too.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
Yes, Jude, I am part of essential service, unfortunately, and that sucks because I don't want to be part of an essential service. When I signed up for my job, I did not sign up with a piece of paper that said you have to put your life at risk. Where on
Right.
there does it say I have to put my life at risk to deliver mail and parcels? They only made us essential last in 2018 when we got legislated back to work. They considered us an essential service. We were never considered that before. So now we are essential, but like I said, I did not sign up on my application form. I did not see that you have to put your life in jeopardy to give people their parcels in their mail, especially during something that is so fastly multiplying, this disease virus. It's very easy to catch.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's one thing if you go to be a doctor and a nurse, you know that's going to happen.
You know the risk you're
You know.
taking when you're a doctor and a nurse because you know you're going to
Yeah.
be exposed to diseases and viruses and all kinds of things, but you are protected with that. I am not protected. I have to protect myself and hope and pray to God I don't catch that virus. I have to go
Yeah.
every single day praying to God. Every time I go into work, I'm wiping down anything I touch. I've got gloves on. I'm sanitizing my gloves just in case, everything I touch, I sanitize my gloves with, I just pour the hand sanitizer on them. And I could put a lot on and my hands are dripping wet with sanitizer, then I'll touch stuff. That way I know
Right.
if I accidentally touch my face, I've sanitized. If I got an itch on my face, like I had on Friday, I took my sanitizer, I poured it till the whole palm of my hand was full. I rubbed it all over and I scratched that itch. I had sanitizer on my face. But that's all I can do to protect myself. That's all I can do. And I probably use about, I don't know, 10 ounces of hand sanitizer during that 5 to 6 hour period I'm at work. And about
Well,
and about 15 pairs of gloves.
are they sanitizing the mail when it comes in?
They're not. China is supposedly sanitizing the mail before they ship it out. But that's not the problem because some countries have cut off flights, which means our mail comes on flights. If
Uh-huh.
their flights are not allowing planes to go in there and collect this mail, it's sitting in these countries. So some countries, we aren't getting mail from them because we can't fly into them. They've got bans on all their airports, and that's good.
Right.
That's good. Amazon, that's a different story. 90% of our parcels are all Amazon parcels, anyways.
Well, I think I don't care. I think all post offices, no matter where you are, they ought to have some kind of sanitizing thing that new packages coming into the post office have to go through. I just, it needs to start, and I think it needs to start in every post office, and then in the carriers' cars. You know.
Yeah, and you know what's making it sad now is now the virus is starting to pass through the postal system. It's hit St. John's, Newfoundland. It's hit North Bay, Ontario, not near where I live, but in my province, and it's also hit in Calgary, Alberta. Now this is just the start of the pandemic here in Canada, as opposed to the United States. It's already killed postal workers. It has literally killed postal workers in the United States. So I hope and I pray that our postal workers don't die. Um, and the sad part is these people are coming to work not even knowing that not even know how they contracted it and was spreading it around at work. They don't even know. I mean, the one in St. John's happened because of a funeral that they attended, and somebody was sick at the funeral and was positive and still went to that funeral.
Yeah,
And
see, especially if they know it, I think people like that ought to be arrested.
Yeah, well, I guess they are going to start charging people. If you know you're sick and you've been tested positive and you go out in public, yeah, you're going to get arrested.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah,
They set up border patrol at Florida, at the Florida line, and what is it? Florida, Alabama, and oh, I just closed it. Another thing, and they're limiting. They must be. You must have to live in Florida now to get into Florida. Which, that makes sense to me because this is the time of year everybody's already starting to travel and stuff, and a lot of travelers
well,
welcome.
yesterday our prime minister banned the flights, domestic flights. So if you're sick or you've traveled, you've been around someone, you get on that plane, you're getting checked. You're not getting on a plane to even go from one city to another in Canada. You can't travel if you've been exposed. It's just they become very, very strict. Between, I think it is Newfoundland and Quebec, they blocked their border. Our provinces have blocked, and people were already arrested for trying to get across the border into Newfoundland because
Okay.
they're not pissing around with this anymore. They don't want it in their
No.
province, and it's all got to do with the premiers of the provinces. So our premier had said last night, passed it, that only 5 people allowed in a crowd now, and you have to be 6 feet apart, and they're going to start slapping charges and arresting people. So have fun. Those kids just have fun here now, because that's all throughout our Ontario. Because Doug Ford is our premier of Ontario. He makes that decision. It was passed, and um, it was passed and supposed to be in effect by midnight last night. So and it got passed. They went into
Yeah.
I guess, discussion yesterday with all the other politicians, and they passed it. So at midnight last night, you're no longer allowed to have more than 5 people in a crowd unless you go to work, unless you're a healthcare worker. There's a few exceptions there. Unless you're in a family of more than 5, then that's different too. He states all that. So
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah, because you can't be separating families like that.
Yeah, no, they're not going to do that. He didn't do that. He said that there are exceptions, and no, he listed off all the exceptions. And family of more than 5 is exempted as well. And people
They
that,
said there's a it's a checkpoint set up entering Florida from Georgia and Alabama in an effort to limit spread of the COVID.
you're going to find a lot of states are going to start closing their borders for other states to pass through. Same with Canada, starting to close provinces off where you can't go back and forth, you can't travel, you can't anything until they get this pandemic under control. They need to really clamp down on people and start arresting people and make sure it's all over the news that these people were arrested for being in groups, to scare them, that say, hey, this is what's going to happen to you if you go out in public with a bunch of kids. Or if you
Yeah.
think it's okay to have a family gathering, because it's not okay. Like today, Cassie, my daughter, gets a free turkey. You get a free turkey every time you spend more than $250 at the Canadian Superstore. So she bought a bunch of groceries, and she phoned and asked if I had room for the turkey in my freezer. I said I do. So she said, I'll drop it at your front door. So she came up to the front door. I seen her there. It was so cute to see her. And I went outside, and she was already out down the driveway near her vehicle. And we sat there and we chatted for a little bit. And then we brought the turkey inside, and I sprayed Lysol, not Lysol, 99.9% rubbing alcohol all over the turkey wrapping, washed it, wiped it all down, and then I did a repeat just in case I missed a spot. I repeated the same thing and wiped it all down with sanitizer. And then I waited for it to dry off a little bit, and then it went in the freezer. So I'm taking every precaution that there is, and it bothers me that I can't see Chase. I can't see my daughter, but we FaceTime Chase. He doesn't even care. He just likes to run around and show off.
Well, how's Cassie doing?
um, she said last night I talked to her on the phone. She said, "You know, Mom, or no, this morning. It's not last night." She goes, "I feel safe at work right now because I switched to midnights." And she said, by the time I go in, everybody's sleeping. There's no doctors in. There's no whole bunch of people visiting. There's nobody there. Just me, the nurse. And she said, us nurses have to sit 6 feet apart. They can't sit close together. And she said she makes her rounds and everybody's out cold sleeping. So she said, in reality, I'm safer at work than I am in the grocery store. I said,
That's okay.
you're probably right. So I think that's kind of eased her mind up a little bit because at first this pandemic really gave her bad anxiety, and she's being pregnant. You know, anxiety is not a good thing to have when you're pregnant, but
No.
yeah, and she's had it for quite some time anyway. So this pandemic has put everybody at a very high risk of anxiety. Uh, I'm not so sure about depression, but I know the anxiety just seems to hit through the roof for a lot of us, and it does me too. I panic. I have panic attacks because it worries me. Sometimes I'm so scared I'm going to catch the virus or I'm going to forget to wash my hands, or not my hands because I keep my hands covered in gloves. And if my gloves are dry, I will resaturate them with hand sanitizer. My gloves are constantly soaking wet with sanitizer. So I'm touching my community boxes. I'm throwing mail in boxes with soaking wet hands. I'm serious.
No, I know you are. I can just see it though.
I'm serious. And I know it's not a good thing to spray 99.9% alcohol in your face, but I do that. I close my eyes and I just give my face a good spritz of that. So I know, and I keep my eyes closed till the alcohol burns off. But I know that alcohol's on my face. And if that virus tries to get on my face, hopefully that alcohol will kill it off a little bit. So I'm trying really hard, guys. I am. And I'm trying to stay above the anxiety that I get. I'm trying to stay above that because, and stop reading news. Please just stop reading news. I have a hard time going on Facebook or online and I'm reading all this stuff they're posting about the virus and this, and now this one's got it. And it's like, oh my God, I can't stop watching this news because I told Jeff it's depressing me. So that's what we need to do. Stop watching the news. But anyway, we all got to stay positive, stay safe, stay away from each other. And I got a feeling we're all going to be spending Easter all by ourselves. And my kids and I already have a plan. And I hope it's going to work. That none of us can, mingle. We can't have an in tight, in home gathering. So we might do this in my driveway, make plates for each person with gloves on, and put everything on plates and let each person go get their own plate and one at a time and sit 6 feet apart in the driveway so we can all just be together, but we can't be together. The only thing I'm worried about is Chase. It's going to be really hard to get a 2-year-old to understand how to keep his distance. Like, you can't go near grandma. Get away from grandma. You can't go near auntie. I don't want to. I don't want to put him through that because that will because he likes to hug and I don't know. Like I told my daughter, if that doesn't work, what we can do is we can exchange food by putting food on each other's doorsteps of what we all cooked, like we would normally do, and we could FaceTime and all eat dinner together. I mean, it's just the same thing. The only thing is we're apart.
Well, you guys could just wait for everything to be over with and do it then too, where you can all sit together and.
Yeah, that's going to be a long time before that happens, Karen.
Well, it may be, but you know.
Yeah, anyway, I'm getting up. I'm getting out of here. And I really like all this room I have in my craft room now. Hey. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not touching anything. I'm leaving all of this right here on my desk so I can just carry on tomorrow when I get home from work.
Okay. Bye, Jude. Jude,
Bye,
bye.
Jude. Bye, everyone.
Jude.
Have a blessed Sunday.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye,
Yeah, bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.